Hi everyone, it's Louise from Louloupurple. Today I'm going to make a mixed media art journal using cereal boxes. So here you can use any cereal, doesn't have to be bran flakes, but this is quite a long box, so it's quite good for what I need. So here I am literally just cutting up the boxes so that I've got the big bits, and I'm just making a mark where the middle of the box is, and I will use my thing, whatever that's called, scoreboard, to score the line down the middle of the piece of card. So to make this easy and have it as a no measure book, I'm using one of the pierced square dies, and I'm using the biggest one that I can that will fit onto one half side of the cereal box, and I'm just marking around the outside of the die. I'm then going to use my new Tim Holtz guillotine, which is really good, goes through the cardboard like butter, and I'm just cutting this down to size. As you can see, my piece of cardboard is the same size as the outside of my die, and when you die cut that die, the piece of paper will have a slight border around the edge of the page. I am measuring the height of my book page on a black piece of card, and I'm just cutting this down to size, and I'm going to use this card to make the spine of my book. So to do this, I'm just going to be doing lots of mountain and valley folds, but first of all, the first score that I'm going to do is going to be at the 2-inch point. And then I am going to do another score at 1/4 of an inch. So that's the small part. And then the next one will be 1/2 an inch. So you want 2 1/2 inches, and then another 1/4 of an inch. And then you will have 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4 of an inch. So you carry on doing this. So the 2 1/2 inches will be your page mounting. So this will determine how many pages you can have. And the small 1/4 of an inch fold will be the gap between the pages. So if you wanted to make one bigger, with bigger gaps so you can put more embellishments onto your page, the 1/4 of an inch gap you can make bigger. You can also make your mounting folds bigger. It doesn't have to be set at what I'm doing here. So you can have the mounting folds bigger if you wish, and the gaps in between can be bigger if you need more space in your journal. And then just at the end, I have another space of 2 inches so that I can glue that to the actual book. So to fold your spine, you need to make all the 1/2 inch folds into mounting folds. So just go ahead and fold all the 1/2 inch bits into mountings. I'll just fast forward quickly so you don't have to sit through the whole process. So that is all the mounting folds done. Now all the other scores need to be valleys, so just go ahead and fold all the other scores the other way. Now that that is all folded, as you can see, the mounting parts are going to be where your pages go on. So you want to turn the whole piece over and glue one side of one of the 1/2 inch gaps so that you can stick the 2 1/2 inches together. I hope this makes sense to you. So here I'm gluing down the 2 1/2 inches to make a mounting fold, and I'm just going to use my little pegs to hold it in place. Now that the glue has all dried, I'm just removing all the pegs, and the back part of my spine should measure 2 inches if we have folded correctly. And here I'm measuring, and yes, it is at 2 inches, which is great. So as you can see, all those mounting folds that we stuck together are now going to be what the pages are going to stick to. So now I need to stick my pages to my book spine. I'm actually going to show you the 3rd page that I did, because it took me 2 pages to figure out how to stick it down properly. So I'm actually going to use some double-sided tape on one side and some Cosmic Shimmer acrylic glue over the top of this. This is so that the tape will grab first, but the glue will make it stronger. And I'm just putting the glue around the outside edge on the other side of the page. So I'm going to use the side where it's just the glue around the outside edge, and I'm lining this up with the spine fold to stick on, and just pushing it down and making sure that it's straight. And then I would just put this under a box for a while, or a heavy object, just to glue it down into position so it doesn't move. I've got all my pages stuck, and now I'm just making a spine for the outside edge of my book, and I'm just scoring at every line on this between 2 inches and going down them again on the other side. This is so that I can make a curved spine for the outside edge of the book. I am repeating this on a black piece of card because I didn't want to have all the Weetabix logos and everything showing on the inside part of my spine. So I'm doing it again on a black piece, and I'm going to use this first and then stick the other one over the top of the black piece of card. I'm using my Cosmic Shimmer acrylic glue to stick on the spine of my book, and I'm going to use the piece of card that I just scored to stick over the top of this. Now that the glue has all dried, you can see that I have my 6 pages all attached to my spine. I still have my front and back cover page to put on, but I'll just show you quickly that all the pages are now glued to my spine. So now I just have to glue my front and back page to the book, and I'm doing the same. I'm using the double-sided tape on one side, and I'm using my acrylic glue around the edge of this and in the middle and around the edge of the other side. This I found is the easiest way to stick the pages on, as the double-sided tape will stick quickly but the glue will make it extra strong. So now with the gluing of this part, I have 2 extra flaps on the side, so I'm putting some more acrylic glue down so that they all stick nicely. Now that I have placed the back and front cover onto my book, I can glue on the second part of my spine. This will give it some extra strength as well. So this I'm just sticking into place, and I will try and position it so that it glues nice and flat, and I'll probably end up using my bulldog clip just to hold all the pages in position so that it can glue nice and flat. Now that the spine has all dried, I can glue down the outside flaps of the spine to the actual book. I'm going to use 2 pieces of plastic, so my ruler and my art journaling stamp, and I'm just going to use some bulldog clips to hold this into place while it dries. I did the same on the other side, and now that it has all dried, you can see that my book is taking shape. So here it is, the front cover, 6 pages, and then the back cover. I now want to make something around the outside edge of my book so that it closes nicely. So I'm using the cereal box card again and just scoring where I want it to go so that it can close around the book. And I'm going to use my Cosmic Shimmer acrylic glue to stick the 2 pieces of card together. Now the outside piece of card on this is going to be shorter than the inside piece of card, so as you're gluing it, make sure you glue it in the position that you want it to be in. So this is like a U shape. Now that this piece has dried, I can stick the back side piece onto the back of my book. So I ordered some very thin round magnets from the internet. Unfortunately, I can't buy these wholesale. I haven't found anyone that makes these for wholesale trade companies, so I had to use a shop online, and you actually get 20 magnets altogether, and they're quite thin. When they're all stuck together like this, they're actually quite strong as well. But there you can see they're really quite thin, and I'm going to use the metal bits that you can see on the desk. I thought that would look quite nice as the top of the closure. So here again, I'm just showing you how thin the magnet is. So it really is quite thin, and these are self-adhesive on one side. So here I am just trying to stick the piece of metal that came with the magnets to the top of the clasp. This keeps moving and sliding off, so it's not quite as easy as I thought it was going to be, but I persevere and get there in the end. Once that has all dried, I then stick a magnet to the inside of the closure, and I've actually stuck another magnet on the top and put a bit of glue on the bottom side of the magnet, and then close it to where you want it. So hopefully when this is dried, the two magnets will separate and the magnet will be in the spot that you want it to be in. So, moment of truth, I'm going to remove the tape, and as you can see, the two magnets now are in exactly the place where you need them to be, and it closes without any problems. And that is my upcycled cereal box art journal come memory book all finished. I will do a second part where I decorate this book, and hopefully that video will be out in a couple of weeks. If you would like to buy any of the products I've used in this video, they will be listed on my website blog post. I will leave a link in the description box below this video. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you have, please give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Links to my website, Facebook and more will be in the description box below, or click on the end cards at the end of this video. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you got inspired.